Hello Aries, and welcome to this little corner of the internet that is Wild Fox Alchemy. If we haven't met before, my name is Maria Gaian and I am an intuitive business success coach and a tarot card reader. And I'm here today to do your weekly business reading for the 27th of September to the 3rd of October. Another month, Aries. Oh my goodness me. I remember last year thinking, I can't wait for 2020 to be over. Let's get 2021 started and hope it's a better year. And now I can sort of see the end of 2021 coming up thick and fast, and it's crazy. What are you doing? What are you focusing on for the last quarter of the year? We've still got that last quarter to do, and I'm wondering, are you fired up? Are you fired up to finish this year on a high, Aries? Or are you just wanting to end the year and slink away and hide? I've had a bit of a rough week myself and I felt really burnt out. So I decided actually the last couple of days that I would just create my own retreat, which is what I do when I feel myself getting out of balance a little bit. And so I stayed in bed. I ate nice things that I like. I put on some very old Hay House recordings from some of their summits. I don't know if you've ever come across the Hay House summit, but they have different speakers on talking about their books and their thoughts and feelings about all sorts of different subjects, from health and healing to aging to angels to unicorns, all sorts of things. But it was an absolute delight to just sit and listen to those and do some of the meditations that were included, and then every now and again I'd have a little snooze. And I really needed it, Aries, honestly. It's made me feel a lot better. So here I am ready to do your reading. So let's shut up about me and start looking at what's going on for you. We've got Canary Spirit, Sing Your Own Song. This card keeps coming out for all signs. There's 2 or 3 that just keep repeating, and this is one of them. This is definitely a card that is about you doing things your way, singing your song your way, not taking any notice of how other people expect us to behave. We are all raised with expectations from society, from culture, from the media, from parents, you name it. People are always busy trying to tell us what we should be doing. And this is a reminder that we should be doing whatever our soul says we should be doing. What makes your soul sing? What makes your soul sing, Aries? What is it? Because that's what you should be doing, and you should be doing it in the way that suits you. There are lots of different ways to run a business, Aries. I was listening to an Audible book. I listen to a lot of audiobooks, and I'd chosen one by Grant Cardone, or Grant Cardone, I don't know how you would say it actually. I think he's of Italian heritage, somewhere along the line. And it was all about being obsessed. Be obsessed or be average, that was the book. It feels very sort of, oh, we have to be obsessed, we have to think about our business every second of the day, we have to be obsessed with success. And I thought, yeah, I am obsessed. I'm quite an obsessive person, to be fair, but I don't need to be obsessing 24/7 about it. And then the other end of the spectrum, I've got books that are called things like Chillpreneur, how to spend only 15-16 hours a week working hard and then enjoying the rest of your life for the rest of the time. So it's up to you. Are you a hustler or are you a chillpreneur? Let me know in the comments below what you think. I'm definitely erring now towards this chillpreneur sort of vibe. I think when you're first starting a business, it can be tempting to really fall into the hustle and to keep hustling. And then eventually you realise that, it's a bit like a hamster wheel, isn't it? You have to just take a step back sometimes and do what I did, have a retreat for a couple of days and just chill. So, where you need to focus your energy this month, we've got the Traveller, the Fool card, Adventure and Potential. Your strengths and positives, the Queen of Shells, Peace and Compassion. She's a lovely card. Possible obstacles, we've got the Strength card there, Courage and Endurance. And we end with the Star, Peace and Healing. We've got a lot of peace there. Have you noticed? Peace in the Queen of Shells and peace again with the Star. We start with this focusing your energy on the Traveller card, the Fool card there. This is new beginnings, leaps of faith, being curious about new things, being a little bit spontaneous perhaps, going ahead with an innocent heart and soul. I'm wondering if this is to do with this canary spirit about singing your own song. A lot of people can be seen to be quite naive if they decide to go their own way in business and not to kind of stand on the shoulders of giants and do things the way that other successful people have done things. But I get the feeling here that you should revel in that naivety, actually, and that by being childlike in your approach to singing your own song and just doing it the way that you want to, without fear of criticism, without fear of judgment, that there will be a successful new beginning there for you. The strengths, possible positives there, the Queen of Shells, peace and compassion. She's so lovely. She is very receptive, she's very mothering, she's very creative, she's very intuitive, and I feel that that's you. I feel like that you're going to be quite open to new ideas. I feel like you're going to be in a peaceful sort of mood. I feel you're going to be quite compassionate, and other people will see that and be drawn to that. It's very sort of calm and beautiful energy, that one. Possible obstacles, we've got the Strength card, courage and endurance. This one is about your inner strength, your vision, control, patience, willpower. I'm getting quite conflicting feelings here at the moment there with that Aries. I feel like there's some impatience. I feel like there's possibly some... No, that's definitely it. It's impatience. I feel like you want things to happen and you want it today, Aries, and it's not really happening for you right now in the way that you want it to. And that, I think, is possibly impeding this peace that we have here, that you aren't feeling particularly peaceful. You've been treading a path for a long time. You feel like you've been enduring. You feel like you've put your time in and you're waiting for some results to come out of this. And it's not happening for you right now. It feels slow. It feels slow to me. But your outcome is the Star here, which is about healing, it's about peace, it's about rebirth, it's about optimism, renewal and recovery, regeneration of things. I wonder, Spirit is saying that the more you infuse of yourself into your business, the more successful that you will be. People are looking for you specifically, not for the way that the gurus do things, not for the way that the coaches have been telling you how to do things, but for the way that you want to do things. Yeah, I'm going to clarify some of these cards. I'm going to start with the Traveller there. What messages have we got to help us understand this message, Spirit, please? Do you have a further message? Please clarify the Traveller for me, Spirit. What's going on there? Ooh, we've got one of my favourite cards, the Six of Wands. This is about success and triumph. It's about confidence, enthusiasm, leadership and public recognition. Spirit is telling me that it's in line again with this Sing Your Own Song. There's a new adventure. It leads to your success. I feel like by doing what you've been told to do or what you feel you're expected to do, it's knocked your confidence. And that actually, to build confidence, you need to do things your way, and that will make you feel better. I think you'll start seeing results that will build your confidence. This is you being a leader. This is you being publicly recognised by other people. And the way to be a leader is to sing your own song, Aries. If you're singing somebody else's song, where are you a leader? You're not. You're not. Now, I've just been given a view of somebody in multi-level marketing. I'm not a fan. Let's be honest. I'm not a fan, and the reason that I'm not a fan is because they're all selling the same products. They're all given the literature to tell you how to sell them, what goes into them, and all the rest of it. And then it becomes up to you how you sell those items. But it feels quite restrictive. And I see a lot of clones. I see a lot of people that are all selling things the same way, given the same words to use, so that's what they do. And it can become very difficult for you to stand out as any sort of leader when you're selling those sorts of products. Now, Spirit is saying that you need to sing your own song here, and it could be that you need to find your own supply of whatever product it is that you sell and sell it your way. That may not resonate for everybody, just be reminded that this is not a private one-to-one reading. This is a reading, a general reading for anybody with Aries in their sign. It may not resonate for you in the way that you think, but this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. It's like if you're coaching, what's your way of doing it? Why are you different? And you need to communicate that. You need to communicate why your coaching program is different, why your method of coaching is different from all the other people that may have trained in the same way that you have. Because then you become a leader, you become an authority in your field, you are different, you stand out. And that is what Spirit is saying here with this Six of Wands, that by standing out, there's this adventure that you're going to go on, doing your thing your way, and it's going to bring you recognition. Can you clarify for me the Queen of Shells, please, Spirit? Ooh, we've got the King of Wands there to clarify that. This is another of my favourite cards. This is, again, a leader, a visionary. He brings people together. He's entrepreneurial. He is optimistic, innovative. He is a fantastic business person. And I feel that that is you. And I said before that this peace and compassion that you have about you that comes in from the Queen of Wands, this very creative, intuitive, emotional type of energy that you have, draws people to you. And this is just actually confirming that. It's confirming that feeling that you are bringing people together. These are your strengths. I do feel very much like this is going to be a good week for you, Aries, actually, if you can just make sure you keep your confidence up and don't be too quick to want to move forward. Have a bit of patience. I feel like there's still a need for patience here. Can we clarify the Strength card, please, Spirit? I've got two cards here. Interestingly, I have the Three of Swords. This is, it's something painful. Three Swords to the heart, I can imagine it's quite painful. This is a painful thing. You've had some sorrow, some loss, some hurt feelings, some negative energy around you, and that could be what has held you back from moving forward. It could also be what's prevented you having the courage to move forward. Because let's face it, when something has happened to us that's been painful or hard, maybe a failure of something within your business or something that you perceive as a failure, if your feelings have been hurt by a client, you know, if somebody's done something that's left you feeling quite bereft, it can be very hard. Spirit does want you to know that this too shall pass, that whatever this is, it's temporary. It's temporary. And therefore, this obstacle, this Strength card, where you're lacking some of the inner strength to move forward, where I feel it's your patience, I feel like you're impatient, you want to move on, you want to move forward, and maybe your emotions aren't catching up with you in the same way that, you know, your head wants you to. I'm just going to start that over again because the message came through a bit funny and I didn't say it properly. The swords represent your intellect and thoughts, your rational mind. And Spirit is telling me that in your rational mind, you're ready to move forward. You're ready to recover from this stuff. But emotionally, you may not be ready yet. And it could be holding you back a little bit. You need to just let it go. To clarify that, we've got the Chariot, which is about discipline, determination, focusing, making a decision. Spirit is saying it's time for you to make the decision now to move forward, to endure, to have the courage to go forward where you need to be going. I think you've been lacking a little bit of confidence and faith in yourself there because of whatever it is that's wounded you. But Spirit is reminding you now that you have the choice. You can choose to let this thing overwhelm you and not move forward at all and avoid all this success that's coming your way, or you can actually choose to let it go now and not let it bother you, not let it knock you at all. Just pick yourself up and start over again. Can we clarify the Star card, please, Spirit? Peace and healing. Woo, that flew out. The energy's quite strong in here today. We've got the Seven of Swords there. This, again, it's indicative that there's been some problem going on. I'm just going to uncover that one. It's indicative that there's been something going on here. There's you needing to move to something better. This is a transitional card. You can see they're in the boat there. They've got their swords with them, but they're being ferried across the river to something better. I feel like you're probably feeling a little bit sad. There's sadness here, quite a lot of sadness over letting go, but you're on a healing journey. This is a healing journey, okay? And that is, again, the same with the star. Whatever it is that's knocked your confidence, you can heal from it. And part of your healing may be in this Sing Your Own Song. And I've talked about this before, about how I had a certain kind of therapy when I was suffering from severe depression. And that therapy, even though it was kind of a DIY course, and I didn't have one-to-one therapy at all, but it helped me. It helped me to move forward from a place of severe clinical depression into a place where I felt like I was no longer hopeless and I could move forward. Now, because I loved the efficacy of this therapy so much, I decided I would train in it. And I paid a lot of money, and I trained and studied this particular therapy. And then down the line, there were things that started to bother me. Intuitively, I felt like this particular therapy was not right for me to practice in the way that I was being told to practice it. I was told I wasn't allowed to dilute it with any other sort of therapies, and there were gaps. There were certain things that didn't sit right with me. It's like my entire career as a coach and ecotherapist, I'd always been told that we must never offer cures to clients, that offering those sorts of things could be misleading because it might help somebody 100%, but there were other people for whom it would not be a cure. So you couldn't say, I'm giving you the cure for cancer, I'm giving you the cure for depression, because it might not work as well for some as it does for others. And yet in this particular therapy, this person was teaching us to call the part of the therapy the cure, and I didn't like it, and I felt very, very upset and uncomfortable about it. But because I'd paid a lot of money, and because this person is quite well known and it had worked so well for me, I kind of pressed on a bit. I think what kind of finished it for me was where a bunch of people were trying to use this therapy as conversion therapy for people who were gay, trans, and I felt like that was wrong, because trying to use some sort of hypnotherapy to try to take away part of who a person really is, to me, is wrong. And I didn't like the attitude. There was quite a growing attitude of trying to change people and make them not gay or not trans or whatever, and I didn't like the attitude of it all. So eventually I came away from it. I actually distanced myself from that therapy, and I said, nah, it's not for me. And I started to sing my own song. And surprisingly, well, not surprisingly maybe, I started to feel calm. I started to feel the peace, inner peace, that I was no longer associating with a group of people who I just didn't agree with, and whose ideas made me feel quite uncomfortable. So maybe that resonates with you. Maybe you're doing something that is not really fitting 100% with who you are as a person. It doesn't fit with your values, doesn't fit with how you want your business to look. And it could be that that's the thing that's been hurting you and making you feel uncomfortable, making you feel like you don't really want to keep up with this endurance. You don't want to keep putting one foot in front of the other because something just doesn't feel right. So singing your own song could bring about some peace and healing and take you on a journey to a better place there, Aries. It could even be that the pain has come from you being criticised, actually, for trying to do things your way, or for trying to do things somebody else's way and not really doing it very well, when actually if you did it your way you would be so much better at it. It's about being brave. I think it's about having the courage to sing your own song now, and to not worry about what other people think about you for doing it. You are on a way to a better place. You're on a journey to a more successful business by doing this, okay? The star is shining light on your new opportunities just purely from singing your own song. There's a lot there, Aries, but I hope it helps you. I'm going to leave it there. I hope you've enjoyed this reading as much as I've enjoyed doing it for you. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and share it with anybody that you think might benefit from it today. And I'm going to leave you now. With love and magic always, this is Maria Gaian signing out. See you next time, Aries. Have a great week.